Hi there. My name is Emma, and today's video is about the word about. So before I begin, it's about to, and not about to. So we're going to look at what about means, what about to means, and what not about to means. They have different meanings. But before I begin talking about the grammar and what these expressions mean, I just want to say that you'll notice I have a Canadian pronunciation of about. Okay, so if you ever hear an American make a joke about a Canadian, one of the jokes they often make is about the way Canadians say about. For me, I don't actually hear the difference between how Americans say about and how Canadians say about, but anytime I go to the States, as soon as I say this word, they go, "You're Canadian." So just so you're aware, I have a Canadian pronunciation of the word about. So let's get started. First, I'm going to talk about the word about, then about to, and then not about to. Okay, so about. Now there are many different meanings of the word about. I'm just going to go through two of the most common. So these are not all the meanings. There are a lot of meanings. These are just the two most common. So I have an example sentence here. It's about 5 miles to town. So this means it's close to 5 miles to town. It's around 5 miles to town. I'm not saying exactly it's 5 miles. I don't know. Maybe it's 5.2 miles. Maybe it's 4.9 miles. But it's around 5 miles. I could say it's about 3 o'clock. I don't mean it's exactly 3 o'clock. Maybe it's 2:59. Maybe it's 3:05. It's close to that time. Okay, so that's the first meaning that we use very often when we want to say it's not exactly, but it's close to. The second meaning is when we want to say what the subject is. We want to know what the subject of something is. So you might ask somebody, "What's the movie Titanic about?" So this is, what is the subject of the movie? Well, it's about two people who fall in love on a sinking ship. Another example of the same idea with subject. I love this question. What are you thinking about? So I have a friend who always asks her husband this question. She looks at him and she says, "What are you thinking about?" And he's probably not thinking about anything, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe work. And he always says to her, "Nothing. Nothing. I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't know, sports." So my friend always asks this question, hoping that he will say something very deep, maybe something romantic, maybe something sweet. But usually I'm pretty sure he's not really thinking about much. So these are probably the two most common usages of about. So again, close to, and you want to know the subject. So now let's look at about to. Okay, so now I'm about to talk to you about to. So be about to. This has its own unique meaning. So be is a verb, then you need about, and don't forget this little preposition, this is important too. What does this mean? It means you're going to do something soon. You're very close to doing something. So for example, you have your subject, am, which is the I form of be. I'm about to eat dinner. Can I call you when I finish? So this means I haven't started dinner yet, but I'm going to eat dinner soon. Can I call you when I finish eating dinner? Okay, so very simple meaning. My second example, the movie is about to begin. So here we have is, which is the third form of be, about, and to. So we have be about to plus a verb. Be about to sleep. I'm about to sleep. I can't do my homework. I'm about to sleep. I'm about to go to class. I don't have time to talk because I'm about to go to class, meaning I'm going to class soon. Okay, so that's about to. Now, be not about to actually has a different meaning. Okay? So although it's similar, you still have your to. The only difference is this is in the negative. The meaning is different. Be about to has to do with determination. So what do I mean by this? Well, here's an example. I might say, I am not about to stop studying English because I failed a class. So this is a strong way to say, we don't write this. This is something we say in speech when we talk. You're showing the person you have determination. In this case, I'm not about to stop studying English because I failed a class. You're showing you're not going to give up. I might say, maybe I have a friend, maybe they want to wear a pink wig and clown makeup in public. Okay, kind of weird. I might say to them, listen, I'm not about to let you go into public and embarrass yourself. I'm not about to let you wear that clown wig and mask because you'll embarrass yourself. Okay? Another thing I might say, I'm not about to move to Hawaii just because someone tells me Hawaii has nice weather. So I'm showing strong determination. So it's a strong disagreement. I'm not about to do something. All right, so let's do a quiz to see if you can remember the difference between about to, and not about to. Okay, so I have 5 sentences here, and together I want us to fill in the blanks with either about, be about to, or be not about to. Okay, so let's do the first one together. Shiv is 6 feet tall. Do you think this is about, be about to, or not about to? If you said about, you are correct, meaning he's close to 6 feet tall. Maybe he's 5'12". Maybe he's 5'11". He's close to 6 feet tall. Number 2, I'm get on the train. I'm about get on the train. I'm about to get on the train, or I'm not about to get on the train. Well, this one you could actually have 2 answers. You could say, I'm about to get on the train, meaning soon you will get on the train. You could also say, I'm not about to get on that train. Maybe you have a problem with the train. Maybe you've seen a scary movie about a train and you're really scared, and so you want to say with determination, I'm not about to get on that train. Maybe you see someone you know that you don't like. So you could actually use I'm about to or I'm not about to, depending on if you want to say I'm determined not to go on the train, or in this case, I'm going on the train soon. Okay, so both would be correct. Number 3, your father is let you date Antonio. Do you think this is about to, or not about to? Your father is not about to let you date Antonio. So I would say not about to because it sounds like maybe fathers are protective of their daughters. They're worried about who their daughters date. So they're determined to prevent this man's daughter from dating Antonio. Okay? But on the other hand, maybe you have a very nice father who's not strict at all. Maybe he decided he hated Antonio, and then he changed his mind. So maybe you could also say your father is about to let you date Antonio, but it's a little strange. Number 4, what is Terminator? About to, not about to. What is Terminator about? So here, we're looking for the subject. What's the subject of Terminator? What's the movie about? Well, it's about a man who travels back in time. It's a good movie. Okay, number 5. I just heard Aziza and Aisha talking Natara. So I just heard Aziza and Aisha talking Natara. What do you think it is? About to, or not about to? Talking about. So this isn't nice. Natara is the subject. Well, they could be saying nice things about Natara. They could be talking about Natara in a very nice way, saying she's a great person. But maybe they're not talking nicely about her. Okay? So this video is about to finish. We have about maybe 10 seconds left. So before it ends, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and come visit us at our website, www.engvid.com, where you can try out our test to see how well you do with the difference between about to, and not about to. So until next time, take care.